Oh, we are live. This is the Full Valley Boys podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Fabian Vick. So I got Big Straw, CEO of Big Straw Incorporated LLC, and Mike and Shot. We got a special guest tonight, Horatio Major, special guest. He comes on the show from time to time. He'll be on later on, hopefully. Tonight's episode, we got a lot of things. I got a big word I'm gonna use after we come back after the intro, but of course, college football is starting to get a little more serious. NFL, of course, got some basketball news also, and we got a new segment called "Crazy Straws, Crazy Points." Talk about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I want to hear this because I just got to hear this. But of course, this is the part of the show. Got a special intro dedicated to those fans out there that are watching.
A blue and silver descent.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's hit the win.
Team and Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about the Cowboys? How about the Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when it counts, just wait. They will let you down. The accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. I'm predicting they're gonna be irrelevant. I'm predicting an absolute embarrassment for the last decade and a half. They make me laugh. All the talent that they have is unbelievable, man. Big D, teasing you. This is what they do. Walking through, we show up on cue. Accident, something will go wrong. The accident of the big Jumbotron. Accident, gotta recognize it's a black cat running around that franchise. Say with accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. How about the Cowboys?
And of course, this is For Bad Boy podcast brought to you by the Cowboys. If you want losers in your life, be a Cowboys fan.
I had a man let's expound upon this. I had a man walk in the little season. He's a big Cowboys fan. He knows I'm a Steelers fan. Came in, and all he could do was I gave him his food, and all he could do was almost cry. He said, "Them Cowboys." I said, "Well, better luck next year." And that was in that conversation. 707. Thank you. Have a great day.
And the bad thing about it, there weren't a lot of fans there. Nobody crying. The black lady they showed last year sick. Like, I'm sick of these sorry bastards. And the bad thing about it, I can't even crack on the Cowboys because they look bad. They look bad all year.
The only game they didn't look well, they looked bad against us, but they found a way to win. And that's the highlight of their season right now, is beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 8-2.
Just SMH. That's all you can say. SMH. Let's get to the fake sponsors. They're real sponsors, but they're fake because we didn't get paid by them. We're on Sundays and Wednesdays. Of course, during football season, no Sundays. But when the season over, we're going to have a cornucopia of topics to talk about. Of course, basketball. Of course, we're going to bring baseball and, of course, pop culture, movie reviews, that type of stuff. Crazy Straws, like I said earlier, Ryan is the founder and sponsor of Crazy Straws. So if you're crazy, you got a straw, get your crazy straw. Just for men, Ryan has the best goatee in television. He has the best goatee in television, I said. And he does not need any Just for Men. If anything, he might use the gray for Just for Men to get even more grayer.
That's like some restaurants have a secret menu. It's a secret. It's a secret. You got to order it. You got to order it straight from justformen.com. You cannot get it in the stores. It's a secret. So we spilling it here on the Fort Valley Boys podcast. But if you want a little more gray, because gray is sexy now. Gray is it now. And I'm bringing sexy back. You want that gray, Get on the website, get you a little bit of that 000, and you're good.
You heard it here first. If you want immaculate gray hair and you just not for the deal with coloring it black, just get you the 000 from justformen.com by minute. That's Wave and Groom. Michael Atwater, one of the founders of this show, has had waves since 1994. If you've seen pictures of Michael Atwater back in 1998 when he looked like a skinny pastor, now he looks like a pastor who's been fed everything in the media from the whole pig, from the rooter to the tutor.
He didn't turn down one meal from the fellowship committee, the women's fellowship. He didn't turn down nothing.
Even the building fund. Even the building fund.
Even the building fund. They were building him up.
And the meal's gonna take him down. Right now, Michael has waves. He has no hair. That's a scientific marvel. I'm trying to get to that level eventually. I'm just trying to figure out how he does it. Maybe we're gonna ask his secret on why he got waves. I asked him a secret a while back. He said, "That's man, the red can it's $3.99 at Dollar General." I'm like, the red can? I'm like, okay, bet. So when I get bald, if I ever go bald or decide to cut my hair off, I'm gonna have waves too. Mike, like, yeah, bet. Oh, pumpkin seed face head. That's what he said. That's what he called me. Pumpkin
I ain't
seed
say
face
that. America, I ain't said nothing like that, America.
But they look so immaculate. Look at them. Do like that, Mike. Do like that. Say, go ahead one time. There you go. There you go. There you go.
You see, America, I'm not lying. All right, Arizona tea, 89 cents in Florida, 99 cents in Georgia on the cans. Drink that. Just go ahead and get your Ozempic. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. BuyANiceShirt.com. We talk about them enough. BuyANiceShirt.com. You already know what they do. Just hit them up. Damon's new podcast, Chopping It Up, season 2. Gotta check it out. Life, music, everything. Damn podcast, Chop It Up. He has a Patreon page. Patreon him. And of course, our favorite sponsors: Hennessy and Coke, Crown Royal XO and Ginger Ale.
The dark liquors.
The dark liquors. Now, we have a lot of show to get into. We got a lot of topics. We got an hour and 5 minutes to probably get on there. College football. Let's see what was the most telling thing this weekend, Michael? College football.
BYU's lost. Colorado still balling. And them dogs being them dogs. They look the best game. They look good. Best game they looked pretty much all season. Look real good.
Outside the Clemson game.
Yeah.
What about you, Ryan?
Man, like Mike said, Colorado doing their thing. Georgia playing Georgia, and I'm going to say, and Carson Beck playing a great football game in Neyland, 100 and whatever thousand in there, and they played a really good game on both sides of the ball. I said it here last week. If they can play a complete football game, then this was the only real game that the Georgia Bulldogs were worried about, and they pulled it out. Still a lot of injuries on the offensive side of the ball, so it was good. Shador and the guys, Travis Hunter, doing their thing. That tipped interception, man, that's a thing of beauty, man. That is a thing of beauty. They want to give him the Heisman right now. I'll be the first to tell you. You can give it to him simply because he plays well on both sides of the ball. So, South Colorado, BYU goes down. But, I mean, here's the question. Are we really surprised that BYU went down this late in the season?
I was going to give it another week, to be honest with you. But
there it is. There it is right here first. Fort Valley Boys Podcast telling you like it is.
Yeah, I got to say, Deion said, let me make sure Michael tell if I'm wrong or not. Deion said after the loss to Oregon, you better get me now.
You better get me now.
He did say that.
You need to get me now while we're down. They weren't even down. I don't know why these folks do not like Dion. I think Dion should be in contention for Coach of the Year. I think the coach for Indiana is probably going to win it if he even loses against Ohio State. I think the turnaround Indiana has had, they won 10. They had 10 wins for the first time in their school history. I'm gonna make a hot take. I picked Ohio State to win in our group chat, but I'm gonna say Indiana gonna have the lead in the fourth quarter. Ohio State gonna pull it out. I'll say that. I think it's gonna be close.
Man, Ohio State for to blow their ass out, man. What you talking about?
You know what? It is what it is, but not since the days of Michael Penix, not since the days of Antoine Randall has this school been really relevant. I mean, we knew Randall for playing quarterback and being, as dynamic as he was at the quarterback position. Michael Penix being good before he transferred to Washington, being good at the quarterback position. And they've had some good seasons by Big Ten standards. But this different.
All right, we have a special guest coming on the show. He's a regular contributor to the show. It's probably one of the most well-known thought provokers in television and in HBCU lore, and the mayor of Miami. We have Horatio Major Jr. joining the show right now.
That boy good. That boy good.
Hey, I'm sitting up here saying, who are you talking about?
Building. Hey, if you don't know, all of y'all that's following us in the chat right now on Facebook, tell three people what's going on, because it's happening right here on the Fort Valley Boys podcast tonight.
Fellas, what's happening? Long time.
Long time.
Ryan thought he was on WWE, didn't he, y'all?
He sound like
that boy trying to get another job.
Yeah, he sound like McAfee a little bit right now. Sound like McAfee a little bit.
He on another job, man.
What's going on?
Same thing. We're going straight to you. Give us your thoughts of the past weekend of college football.
Oh, college football, man. People gonna have to start talking about Dion and the job he's doing. The haters are quiet. Shedeur Sanders, he started off rocky, but he's a legit top 5 pick. Travis Hunter probably should be. Well, he'll definitely be invited to New York, but he has to be the front runner for the Heisman. The Georgia Bulldogs was able to save their season by that win against Tennessee. They should walk through everything else. Let's see. Alabama is getting bigger, stronger, faster. The question is, are they going to let 2 teams in the ACC? Anatoly, the dope producer, put on there about the 5 stars. I think 3 or more of those 5 stars are going to flip when we start talking about signing day. And this top 12 is going to make college football very, very exciting. What they ask for is what they're going to get. You're going to have legitimate teams that may have slipped up once, in some cases twice. The goal of this 12-team playoff was to get more SEC teams involved, if you ask me, and I think they're going to accomplish that. Shout out to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul for swindling, and Netflix for swindling everybody to the tune of.
That's me.
Oh, my fault. Like
hey, way to check that nigga, Ryan. Way to check that fuck nigga, Ryan. Good job, cuz.
Yeah. Then everybody talking about, well, Mike Tyson was broke. That's why he did that. Well, he ain't broke no more.
He ain't broke. I'll say my point. Go ahead.
Go ahead. He asked me that. That's all I got.
All right, let's go to Shots producer. Also, my first cousin, Anatole Cloud. Bo.
Hey, look here.
You on a private jet?
I got on. Private jet, man? I wasn't gonna get on.
Hey, you on a private jet?
I'm on a private jet. Private jet coming
like
here in Thomasville. Look here, man. I wasn't gonna get on, right? I live in the country, y'all. I wasn't gonna get on. But somebody said something about Indiana. Indiana is trash. Have y'all seen that schedule? Man, Ohio State finna boat race them boy about 20 plus. I'm sorry.
What I just tell you, Faye? I just told you that.
Indiana has played nobody.
Hey, that thing will be different if that game was in Indiana. But that game being in the horseshoe, I don't see Indiana standing a chance.
What's the spread?
I'm pull it up now. Let me see.
Indiana and Penn State. Well, Penn State at least they play Ohio State, but Indiana has played nobody. Nobody.
I'm still amazed that they have little boys that go to Penn State games.
Wow. My goodness.
All right.
What
I
in
just
the
got
hell did that
certified, so I'm
come
going
from?
home. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.
That's
I am out.
Administration.
They coming out. God bless. Good night. The point spread on that one is 13.5.
Okay, yeah, that should tell you all you need to know.
You're over on the 51.5 points via ESPN Bet. Your sponsor for getting broke. All right. So that's gonna be the game of the week. Indiana and Ohio State. We all agree Ohio State's gonna win. I just want a close game. That's all I want. I just want a close game.
This is an example. This is an example of something me and Rachel be talking about when it comes to the P4 schools of the haves taking on the have-nots. You about to see that on Saturday with Ohio State and Indiana. Ohio State is a have, Indiana is a have-not on the P4 side. And the way I break that down is it goes back to recruiting, it goes back to history, putting people in the league, a lot of that. Ohio State is what of a have, and Indiana's a have-not.
Okay, Mike, I got you, but check this out. By Indiana having this good of a season, right? What if it's a close game, right? This is still major for recruiting for Indiana. This can get them a few more transfers. This can get them a few more recruits that were on the line that are not necessarily 5-star recruits, but they could be 3 to 4-star recruits, decent players that could actually go in.
Ryan, stop.
Can I say something about that, please, sir, real quick? Ryan, recruiting is pretty much over with. Everybody know where they're going. So they can work on the portal of 26. Just like Mr. Shot said, you got about 4 guys are going to flip that's not committed as 5 stars. You know it's always some diamonds in the rough. We know that. We're not crazy, but the top 30 players, out of those 30 I put in the chat, 1 player is not committed. And of those 30, maybe 3 of those guys going to flip. Maybe 4. So Indiana can look at the portal. Go ahead.
I'm not thinking about the 5 stars. I'm not even thinking about the 4 stars. I'm thinking about these 3 stars.
They going there, Ryan. They already going there.
All right, you gonna have like Anatole just said. You're gonna have some 3 stars that play like 4s that can go there. I'm just saying. They're not gonna win the game. We already know they're not gonna win the game. But this is huge for recruiting for these guys. They give a good showing. It may be a player or 2 that thinks, hey, I think I can make a difference at Indiana.
Ryan,
Let's go ahead and see if I can go.
Ryan, stop. Listen, let me tell you this to you. When it comes to recruiting for Indiana, specifically high school, Indiana will probably never be in the top 20. Indiana winning these 10 games, they could win the Big Ten. They still not a top 20 school in recruiting. No matter what they do, they're not going to be a top 20 type school. They're just not going to do it. Now, the 3 stars that you're talking about, Indiana already getting them guys. They at one time, one of the top players in Georgia, Juju Lewis, was considering Indiana. But let's just be clear, Indiana is not going to knock nobody's socks off recruiting, getting anything above 3 stars. Now, when you get, let's just say, let's use a Saban or Urban Meyer, maybe even a Dion, they go to Indiana. Yeah, maybe they can recruit 4 and 5 star. But this coach right here is not going to be getting, ain't no 4 and 5 star going to be knocking the door down going to Indiana. They can win the national championship, Ryan. They still probably won't be up there.
Well, that's
just how recruiting works.
I kind of actually agree with Ryan a little bit because you got this portal thing. So, and people got to understand that recruiting is a year behind your season, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not gonna, they're not gonna reap the benefits of this 10-0 season with these 2025 recruits because the recruiting calendar has been moved up where a lot of these top guys, maybe not the 5 stars but Anatoly, even Anatoly just said the all of the 5-stars are committed, all but one. So you're going to, the recruiting calendar getting moved up. A lot of these guys are committed by the end of the summer, and they're going through their season, through their senior season. They're either thinking about flipping or holding down their commitment. But most of those top guys have been committed. I think Elijah Griffin might have been the last one of those top 30 players to actually commit, and that was Georgia. He was the Georgia lead for the longest.
He committed early this month.
Right. So, but you go 10-1, 10-2. What's up, Vet? What's up, my brother? You go 10-1, 10-2, and you go into the spring with a whole lot of confidence and telling these people what you can do, and then you go put you some money towards some portal guys, and Indiana can be that for a hot minute now. This portal thing done changed the whole landscape.
Yeah, but see, that portal thing is different from.
Here's the thing, though.
There's two types of recruiting now. It's high school recruiting and transfer recruiting. Portal, we know, is just totally different from getting high school kids. So, I mean, they may be able to rack up. Now they may be able to rack up with transfer, but when it comes to high school kids, like nobody's gonna be kicking the door down going to Indiana regardless.
Anatoly, you was finna say something?
Last year they took 31 portal kids, 17 high school kids.
Oh, so that would explain why they got the record they got.
So this year they're ranking them. They were ranking with 46 last year. This year they're ranking them with 39. They got 22 high school kids. Portal kids is not open yet, so we can't say how many portal kids they're gonna have. But they're gonna have a high number of portal kids. But they're not gonna have they're never gonna have a top recruiting class because of NIL facilities. Kids not going pro from there. No one's really going to Indiana to play football. But I mean, they be Ohio State. I mean, you're right. A portal kid might say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Indiana and play, see what they're doing up there." So it's two sides of it. Indiana's not a sexy place. Bloomington's not a sexy place for football, but it's an amazing story. I just feel like their schedule is so soft. The only tough game they had was Michigan, and they almost beat them. And Michigan, we know, down this year.
Well, but that's that. Let me just make this point. That's what I'm saying. With that portal, so for them to go 10, what's they record now? 9-1.
They undefeated, right? They undefeated.
Okay, undefeated. So the first thing we got to acknowledge is whatever formula that they put together to get the right amount of portal kids and get them kids to actually produce. Because just because you went and got some portal kids, don't mean you knew who you was getting and you knew how to develop them. Hello, Florida State.
Florida State.
Right? So you got to give them credit for that, which means they must be, and again, this is the first time it's happened with them, but they might actually be good talent evaluators. Mm-hmm. I give you a good example. People can say what they want about, the University of Miami and Mario, whatever, but there were 5 quarterbacks, if I'm not mistaken, Will Howard, Cam Ward, DJ Ugalele, and somebody else, Cal McCord, that came to visit Miami. And the Miami Hurricanes said, we gonna wait on Cam Ward. Mm-hmm. And all of the fans was tripping, Mario tripping, you need to go get somebody. This boy done put his name in the draft, and they said, we gonna wait on Cam Ward, period.
And came out of the draft, and they got him. Came out of the draft.
When they took DJ Ukulele, and they sung the praise of Anatoly. Y'all remember this, because I know you follow recruiting a lot. Florida State felt like they had done won the lotto. They got the guy they wanted. Let them tell it they got the guy they wanted because they didn't want to wait. I'm only saying that because whoever's doing the talent evaluating at Indiana, they either know what they doing or they got real lucky. But if they know what they doing, and you get this NIL, and then next year you coming back and you saying, hey, we made the CFP playoffs, and we whatever the NIL deal is, it's still Indiana now. So I'm sure they got something. Don't be surprised if next year Indiana has a top 25 class. Now, I ain't putting them in the top 10, but they can have a top 25 class because their recruiting is the year after your season.
And we'll see. When you get to think about top 25 class, out of the 16 teams in the SEC, it's going to be 9 or 10 of them automatically in the top 25. Then you go with Miami, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oregon, USC. Shit, I just named 16 right there. So, I mean, it's possible though.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this really quick, and I'm gonna get out of the way. If I was Indiana, I'd call my richest alum, Mark Cuban, to throw some money down. That's just me. That's
The
what I would
battle,
do.
that's a good point, Anatoly. But the battle, if anything, is going. If you really battling for players because of the proximity, Indiana, Notre Dame, that's where your battle is going to be. That's what your battle is going to be. But if you can get one or two of those players, hey, it's like Shaw just said, you can have that top 25 class.
Man, Anatoly, I didn't even know that. You don't need but $1 billionaire because he's a B. You don't need but $1 billionaire. All he got to do is throw 20 million, and that's nothing to him, to the Indiana NIL, and we talking about a whole different ball game. It ain't no coincidence that once they sanction NIL, there's a resurgence up in Austin, Texas. It ain't no coincidence. Texas get their offensive lineman $50,000 to sign. They done made it known. Come here, get $50,000. Get a what is it, a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Did he not? I mean, okay. Let's talk dollars and cents here. Let's talk for real. Did he not sell his stake? He's no longer the owner. Is he still the owner of the Dallas Mavericks?
No.
Okay, there it is.
He's still the owner of $1 billion.
He a billionaire, and ain't got nothing to really attach his name to. Why not? I agree with Shaq. Why not? I agree with Anatoly. Why not?
Yeah, he done gave money. He done gave money to Indiana to their basketball program.
That ain't what we're talking about. I mean, we got plenty of
Indiana basketball roster
that done gave money to different universities. We talking about Mark Cuban, who is a name in the sports world.
Yeah, and he done gave, go look. Y'all don't follow college basketball like I do. Go look at Indiana basketball roster.
We're not talking about basketball, Mike. We're not talking about basketball.
I'm saying he done gave money to their program.
Okay, so look, this is different. We talking about Indiana basketball, which has been a stalwart for years and years and years. We talking about Indiana football, which has been a bottom feeder for years and years and years. You attach Mark Cuban to that? Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, I think we spent too much time talking about Indiana football, but it was kind of fun. Like this was the epitome of a total waste of time.
It's fun though, right?
It could have been an email.
Hey, we talking about Indiana football, like Iverson say. We ain't talking about basketball. We talking about football.
This is what we do on the Fort Valley Boy podcast. Tune in every Sunday and Wednesday. We're gonna get entertained, baby.
I got one quick question, Faye. This for everybody.
Yeah.
If Texas A&M beat Texas, is Texas in the college football playoffs?
The way they rank, if you notice, any top 3-4 teams that lost, they drop 8 to 9 spots. So the answer to me would be no.
Okay, so I was just told that Mark Cuban, they're diverting back. Mark Cuban owns 27% of the Mavs. So he owns 27%. He's an owner, but not a majority owner. So he still has connections. With that being said, still. But going back to the question that's on the floor. I really think that because they love Texas.
Look at God. That's God trying to tell you we ain't trying to talk about no Indiana and Mark Cuban. That man got $1 billion. We don't care what percent he got of the Mavs. He got 100% of $1 billion. He got $5 billion. He only got to own the Mavs to get some money to Indiana. Yeah, he got more money if he sold some of it.
There it is.
If Texas A&M beat Texas, is Texas in the college football playoffs? Yes, no.
I say no.
No.
I think they will. I think they'll figure out a way, just like they figured out a way for Alabama to be that year when they lost in the SEC championship game. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Why wouldn't Texas be in the playoff?
Is anybody going to address Tick question? Or just let it sit there at the bottom of the screen? Serious question. It's a serious question.
A damn tick, boy.
I just don't want him to be ignored. I think we should table the Texas A&M part and answer the question.
So let's get into that. We've already seen on Facebook young Michael Atwater, the young pastor Michael Atwater. So life happens. Tell him, Mike, you can defend your. Hey, well, I'm defending you. You defend yourself.
I don't have to defend myself with Tick. Tick is a bootleg country ass pastor. I don't have to defend. I don't have to do that. I do not have to do that at all. Tick, why is your bow tie so big on Sunday? Answer that question, Tick. Okay. But back to the question at hand. Texas, if they lose, they will have 2 losses just like a Georgia or just like an Alabama. I don't understand why they wouldn't be in the playoff.
What's Texas' best win?
They still rank in what they want, number 2, number 3. They're not gonna leave Texas out.
I don't know. Where are they playing? At Texas or at they got a bad home loss against Georgia. Like that was a bad loss because that wasn't a close game.
They at A&M.
Or they at A&M?
Ooh.
Well, I say this: if it ain't close, they out. I'll say that. And even Arch Manning his name can't get them in the CFP. Well, obviously, if everybody, if another team gets upset, then that's different. But if they out, then if Texas A&M beat them, then I don't see how they stay in. Because Texas A&M got bad losses.
South Carolina.
South Carolina was a terrible loss. Well, South Carolina decent. South Carolina not that bad of a loss. The Georgia loss to Texas is probably South Carolina's worse. South Carolina's worse.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be intriguing with these at-large spots of the college football playoff. Let's just say SMU plays Miami in the ACC championship game. Miami loses. A 2-loss Miami. You have a 2-loss Texas, or maybe a 1-loss Penn State. Let's say Colorado beat BYU, 2-loss BYU. There's gonna be some team, man, of course, gonna be left out. But that's what's gonna be interesting. What do you do with a 2-loss Miami? What do you do with that? Like right now, and see, getting rid of these divisions and the conferences, who's going to go to the ACC championship game when you got, I think, a undefeated SMU, you got Clemson, and you got Miami? What 2 teams go?
They already said it. If Miami went out, they in, because Miami Miami beat Louisville, and then Louisville beat Clemson.
Yeah.
Right. So they're in, and then SMU is undefeated. They in. So it's Miami and SMU in the ACC unless SMU or Miami lose one more game than Clemson. Right now, Clemson's 3rd. If everybody went out.
I'm gonna tell y'all some key games to watch when it comes to these playoffs next 2 weeks with the regular season ending. Watch this Miami game at Syracuse next Saturday. No, not all of them. Miami at Syracuse next weekend. That's an interesting football game. Watch for Colorado and Kansas this weekend. Kansas just knocked off BYU at BYU. So them 2 games right there. Of course, this Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. I don't know how intriguing this Alabama-Auburn game gonna be this year. I think Alabama finna dog walk them. But watch out for some of them games like that, man. They're gonna be real interesting.
I got one more for you, Mike. Watch out for Ole Miss Florida in the swamp. Florida playing hard.
Yeah, Florida playing some good ball, man.
They playing some good ball.
DJ Lagway is the probably in another year, maybe the best quarterback in the SEC.
Whoa.
Saying in another year.
Yeah.
You little dip in your chip.
No. That is a legitimate statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're still talking about they could have beat Georgia had he been Well, the speculation was if he doesn't get hurt, do they beat Georgia? And then he came and decided to play and beat LSU. And I ain't no Florida fan. I can't stand the Gators. But that boy is as advertised. It's a couple of players right now was on their way leaving Florida until he started doing what he was doing. With
Lightweight, if he goes into the rest of the season and comes into next year knowing that he's the starter, I really think that he's gonna be gonna be him, as they say. He's gonna be him, and he's gonna probably try to rip up the SEC. And I think that's the main reason why Florida has advertised that they didn't let Billy Napier go, because they know they got a great quarterback coming back in DJ Lagway.
Hey, man, they ain't let Billy Napier go because they can't afford to pay him, too. They still paying Jim McElwain. They paying.
No. Well, yeah, all that's true.
Dan Mullen, so they strapped.
All that is true, but they specifically, and it ain't like I got inside info, but the motivating reason to do that because they got a really, really good recruiting class, and they got a couple of kids. They got some kids that normally wouldn't be going there, but because this kid is playing well, and they were waiting on Napier to get canned so they can go wherever they wanted to go. But, and I put it in the chat. Don't be surprised if you see Dallas Wilson sign with Florida. Don't be surprised if you see Concepcion, I think that's his name, over there in Florida to be the catch passes from DJ Lagway.
Solomon Thomas.
Who?
Solomon Thomas committed to Florida State from Jacksonville. He's an offensive lineman. He's gonna flip to Florida.
I think he's going to LSU.
Yeah, one or the other. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he got problems. He trying to bring the old Florida Gators back. I'm talking about the bar fights and all that. He trying to bring all that back to Florida if they get him.
He trying to bring the Aaron Hernandez Florida back.
Hold on. He ain't on that level. He ain't on that level.
I'm checking. I'm just checking.
Nah. And I don't know the kid, so it's not like I'm saying, this is speculation from hearsay, she say, but word on the street is, he'll cut paper, he'll cut yards, he'll cut class.
Wow.
What's wrong, cuz? What's wrong?
Nothing, man.
Let's make it.
You all right?
I'm good, cuz.
I'm just saying,
this dude said he'll cut paper, he'll cut grass, he'll cut glass. Man, go to the next thing, Fade. Man, good.
Yeah, let's go from cutting class to cutting GMs. Let's go to the NFL. Big news out of the NFL yesterday was Joe Douglas being fired from the Jets, and this was his last year of his contract. Also, big news: the Cincinnati Bengals suck, and the 49ers. Yeah, the Bengals suck this year. They lost 7-8 games this year. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Who's Joe Douglas?
The GM for the Jets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My bad. The GM for the Jets.
Okay.
After Woody Johnson fired Robert Saleh on week 5, after week 5 loss in London, they kept Joe Douglas around just to get through navigate the trade deadline, and I don't think Jets have won since. But I'm gonna start with Mike on this one. This is his topic. He created a rundown. I want to give Mike a flower. He does a beautiful job of creating a rundown and keeping track of our picks and everything. What the hell wrong with the Bengals?
Man, their defense just ain't good, man. I heard a stat today. I don't know how true it is. They said Joe Burrow has 27 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the season, but they 4-7.
Yeah, 18 touchdowns, 3 picks and losses.
Good gracious of life,
Woo,
man.
I'm an own producer.
I'll take that.
They
just a regular franchise. Most franchises are gonna take that.
They just ain't playing good, man. They just ain't. They're not able to close games. They're kind of like the 49ers. They just can't close games. But I tell you this, and we can have that argument now, later, whenever. If any of y'all think there's a better receiver in the league than Jamar Chase, I want to see him.
His name Justin Jefferson. He plays for the Minnesota Vikings.
Man, Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the NFL.
Jamar Chase is a good receiver, but I'm going to take Justin Jefferson as a great receiver. I'm sorry. He plays for the Minnesota Vikings, if you want to know.
And Jamar Chase, good. It's great.
I kind of agree with Anatoly. I mean, with Straw. But I won't say that Jamar Chase is a good receiver. Jamar Chase is a great receiver, and Justin Jefferson is a great receiver. And it's no coincidence that they won with the other guy that's throwing the ball, Joe Burrow. They won a national title. Like,
and to your point, he's been to the Super Bowl. He's been to the Super Bowl with that combination.
Well, what I'm saying, Straw, is I agree with you. I still think Justin Jefferson is arguably the best receiver in the NFL, but so is Jamar Chase. The difference right now is who Jamar Chase has throwing him the football is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes.
So, and then you can't help when you had this argument and you talk about these two dudes from LSU and Joe Burrow, you can't help but go back and think about it. Those three guys was actually playing on the same team on the field at one point in time. And that's why they won a national title.
Exactly.
You got arguably the two best receivers. Like, we're literally debating which one of these two dudes is the best receiver in the NFL, and they were on the same team with the quarterback.
At the same damn time.
Pull them stats up, Fade.
Yeah, Jamar Chase
for the season.
Jamar Chase, no one in reception, no one in yards, no one in touchdowns.
Well,
that's after
that gigantic game he had. Yeah, he had a game for three different games. That was 3 games worth of stats he put up.
Yeah, if you take out the 261 yards he caught and 3 to touchdown, he still leads the league in yards and tied for first in touchdowns.
Okay. I'll shut up. That's how you shut somebody up.
I digress.
Yeah, that's how you shut somebody up, Straw. He said, "Okay, we'll take that away. He's still number one. My bad."
I digress.
And you take away the targets, he's still number one in targets because he has 22 more targets than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Okay. If you take away 15 on target, he's still number one.
That's what's up.
But no doubt, Justin Jefferson he's paid like a top receiver. Cincinnati will have to go on layaway to afford Jamar Chase. They're gonna have to go on layaway. My favorite subject. I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this, Mike. Is Zach Taylor's job in jeopardy this year?
It shouldn't be.
It should be.
Zach Taylor, they went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
About 2-3 years ago. Went to the conference championship the year after they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think Zach Taylor good.
It's management. The Bengals are bingling again. The Bengals are bingling because they're going to lose T. Higgins. They got rid of Jesse Bates and Reader. Jesse Bates is in Atlanta, Reader's in Detroit. That was the stalwarts on your defense. That's why the defense is trash this year. Now let's move on to the Chargers. The Chargers they reset the cap this year, which is why Keenan Allen and Chicago and Eckler's in Washington and various players have moved on. But Justin Herbert is getting the coaching he needs from Harbaugh. They are one big playmaker away from having an awesome offense. They really already have a very good offense right now because Jim Harbaugh is building that team from the inside out on the offensive line. The defensive front for Chargers is solid. Is this a team that really can contend with Kansas City in the next couple of years, Ryan?
I think it is, and the reason is the running back J.K. Dobbins is having a good year. He's not that guy that's going to continue. He's not no flash and dash guy, but he's going to get you 75 to 100 yards a game. J.K. Dobbins is doing it. I agree with you, Fade. They get him a breakaway receiver where they can actually catch balls similar to the people we just mentioned, your Chases and your Jeffersons. And if they didn't let go of Keenan Allen, hey, we might be talking about them being on top of the AFC West right now. I'm just saying. I I be honest with you. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That's a good coaching job. I despise Harbaugh, but I think that's a good coaching job.
All right, let me pivot a little bit to shot on this one. How confident are you in the Bills going to the Super Bowl this year?
I'm not confident in the Bills going to the Super Bowl. I think the AFC Championship game gonna be Pat and Lamar. I'm not confident in what's that boy name again?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, him. I'm not confident in him. I don't see a scenario where Pat and Lamar aren't in the AFC Championship game. I mean, you beat the Chiefs when they are down as far as personnel wise, and they can afford to lose a game because prior to that they were undefeated. So,
who are the Chiefs down personnel wise?
Huh?
Who are they down?
I know they were missing a lineman, and right now they put it down to their third, fourth receiver.
No, Juju played. Hopkins played. Worthy played. No,
Say that again. Juju on the beat played. His best days was in Pittsburgh 5 years ago. DeAndre Hopkins played. His best days was in Houston 5 years ago.
And
Xavier ain't worthy.
And Kansas City receiving core is damn near better than half the league.
Nah.
With the best quarterback in the league.
No, sir. No, sir. Let's stop that.
Ain't nobody trying to get no washed up Juju and no washed up DeAndre. But guess what? They getting better. They was bound to lose one. Isaiah Pacheco come back, so you about to have a two-headed monster.
Marquise Brown gonna be back at the end of the season also.
Exactly. So
is Wright done for the season, or is Wright coming back?
He's done for the year. He has two torn ligaments in his knee.
Well, Pacheco will be back. So you're gonna have a two-headed monster. So I don't, and Lamar gonna be Lamar until he see Pat.
I agree with you to the point. I think it's got to play out. It's got to play out because of what happened.
About the Steelers, y'all. Watch. I'm about to say something about Pittsburgh. Go ahead, man.
That's all I'm saying. It's got to play out because of what happened this Sunday. I thought I'd be the first to tell you that I thought that the Ravens were going to go 2-0 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that performance, even though they squeaked it out, the win is a win is a win is a win. So we'll see. If it comes down to it, if that same Pittsburgh team plays them in the playoffs, I think I'd give the edge to Pittsburgh.
Stop.
I just told you. I just sit there and told y'all what he's about to do. I gave y'all the interlude. Before the song even started, I told you how this song was going to go.
Just because you got on Antonio Brown jersey don't mean you
this is a Cordero jersey. Let's get it straight. This is a Cordero jersey. 84 for the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. It's Cordero. Punt return, running back extraordinaire. Let's get it right.
Who?
Okay.
If you don't know, I don't know. He played.
I don't know.
I thought he was doing a beer commercial. I thought he said Modelo. I don't even know, man.
He said Cordero. Who the hell is Cordero?
I don't know.
Elto, this one's for you. Which team is more poised to give Detroit a run for their money in the NFC? The Eagles or the Packers?
The Eagles. The Philly Dogs. Nah, but for real, the Lions are amazing. I mean, I don't see anybody can go in Detroit and beat those guys. They are freaking amazing. I mean, I haven't seen them like that in a long time. They remind me of the old Rams. They are exciting. The defense.
They're more physical than those Rams. They're way more physical than those Rams. Way.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, but they're up and down the field like those Rams. But I'm gonna say this: that defense is good, but that defense got some holes in it. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I like how my boy Barkley looked this year. Barkley looking good. Jalen taking care of the ball. Defense playing a whole lot better, stopping the run. But I just don't know how you can get them off the field because when they get the ball, they go on at least 8 plays. I mean, they driving the ball down the field.
Y'all remember I said a week ago, we start putting Jared Goff in the conversation MVP. Better start
Yeah,
thinking about it.
MVP
It
or
wasn't too
what?
long ago that we were talking about that we thought Jared Goff was going to go by the wayside because I think his last few years in Philly, he had some real bad back issues. That's why Nick Folk ended up winning the Super Bowl. And he didn't. He play. Yeah, I mean, he got a ring, but he didn't play like that toward the end of the year.
What are you talking about, Ryan? Jared Goff ain't played for Philly.
I apologize. I'm thinking about Wentz. I'm thinking about Carson Wentz. I apologize.
That man just don't put this man. Talking about this man got a ring.
Hey, that's Fave. Fave
I apologize.
he ain't
That's
pick
my
up on
fault.
that and
That's
mute
my
him.
fault. Jared Goff has been in a Super Bowl. He has not won a Super Bowl. I apologize.
What Super Bowl Jared Goff was in?
One against
They played the
one against the
Patriots.
New England Patriots in
Yeah,
2019.
Patriots beat them 1 year 13-3 in the Super Bowl. Gurley and all them boys went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, he been in the Super
That
Bowl.
was that was a year that the Gurley didn't. That's
He
when
was in Atlanta.
knee issues. His knee issues really showed up, and he didn't play a lot in that game. He did not play a lot. It was terrible for Gurley.
Yeah, he was in Atlanta.
So
Michelle
Jared
should have been
Goff,
MVP.
Jared Goff is number 10 in total yards. So, and top 5 in touchdowns. How is he going to be in the MVP race?
Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson. If you want to put Joe Burrow,
No.
Saquon Barkley,
Yes.
them dudes are candidates for the MVP. And let me tell you something else. A lot about them stats too.
What about Derrick Henry?
Detroit, you're Derrick Henry.
Joe Mixon?
Do y'all know Derrick Henry the other day did not get a carry in the fourth quarter against Baltimore?
That's your old OC fault.
Sorry you didn't get a carry against the Pittsburgh Steelers after TJ Watt smacked your behind to the ground. I'm so sorry. Poor you.
What the hell is that, man? Who is that?
What are we doing? Where am I? What just happened?
I got a question for you, Ryan. I don't want to sound like an asshole when I say this, but when was the last time Mike Tomlin won a playoff game?
You right. But this is, you know what, Faye? You are absolutely right. He hasn't won a playoff game almost since they won the Super Bowl. But
2016.
But here's the thing. This is not that team. This is the team we've been waiting 3 years for in Pittsburgh. We went through the Pickett years. We went through them last years of Roethlisberger's being Roethlisberger.
When was the last time Russell Wilson won a playoff game?
Not worry about that right now. He got a good team around him right now. He had
a good team around him in Seattle. When was the last time he won a playoff game? 2016.
Okay. Well, 8 years is a long time. Somebody's due.
I have another question. Who were you impersonating?
and to back up his question, where in the hell did that come from, and why did you do that? That's the most important question.
Was he trying to be English?
How long have I been on this show? How long have I been on this show? Is that the first time I've done an accent? I've been on this show a long time.
Hey, let me tell you something about your little accent. Let me stop you right there. If that was the first time you do the accent, make that the last time you do that accent.
I'm trying to figure out who calling this an accent. I thought you had something stuck in your throat.
I don't know what he had going on.
He said, what did he say? Oh, bloody.
I don't know if he was from Australia or Scotland. I don't know where he was from.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Another talk about the NBA. The Cavaliers lost last night. Until somebody beat Boston, it's going to be a dynasty because Porzingis hasn't played yet. So Porzingis won't be back to about December, January. So that's what's going to Boston to lose unless they run to Golden State or Draymond choke somebody. But we got a new topic called Crazy Points by the founder of Crazy Straws, Ryan Anderson. Let's get you your crazy points before we go.
So Let's talk about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. Great output by Netflix. Bad point. You had so many people streaming Netflix, it crashed the site. Now, with that being said, your venture into the sports world, Netflix, amazing. Bad point. Why do you have Rosie Perez as a commentator when she's an actress? I really appreciate, now on the other side of that, I really appreciated Cedric, the entertainer, being in your panel. But the thing was, this is a fight. This is a boxing match. I need more than Roy Jones Jr. I need some real boxers. I need some analysts. I don't need an actress pretending to be an analyst. Another point, and everybody has their different speculations on the Mike Tyson fight, on him versus Jake Paul. Mike Tyson's 57, 58 years old. I wanted Mike to whip Jake Paul's behind because they say Jake Paul is not a real boxer. They're still, Father Time, last I checked, is undefeated. Even though I'm wearing this 84 jersey, I'm not about to go out there at 48 years old and try to run routes against people that are over half my age. Great spectacle. Great job promoting it. And Mike Tyson, you did a great job by just keeping us there from when you bit Evander Holyfield's ear. But the result at best was lackluster, ladies and gentlemen. The whole fight, with the exception of the first round, you were 58 years old, sir. You were 58 years old. Once again, shouts out to Netflix. Look forward to their future endeavors into the sports world. The Christmas Day game, I can't wait for that. Can't wait for any other sports that you have. WWE is coming to Netflix. But Mike, take care of your weed farms. There are plenty of people that want that.
I'm sorry. Can somebody mute me?
What did I say? What did I say, Shot? What did I say?
That was really good.
Good job with the crazy strong, crazy point. Faith, I'm gonna ask you. You talked briefly about basketball. Please explain this NBA Cup to me. Like, are these games? Are they regular season games?
They're regular season games. The games on Tuesday and Friday count towards the records. What they do like
count toward the record for the whole season.
For the whole season.
Okay.
The only game those games count, and then when you get to the
hold on.
You get to the semifinals and finals.
One of them Joey B.
Those games count toward the standings, except for the championship game.
Joey B.
And then the last 2-3 games of the season, they reconfigured the schedule to make it fit and make sure the games are even out or whatever. So
okay, so
it's like pool play in soccer.
Look at you. You all right.
So basically, that's what I was trying to figure out. Because if you advance to the finals, you ain't playing the same amount of games as everybody else. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. So they make up the games for people at the end of the season or something?
If I remember correctly, I'll Google the parameters of it from last year, but I think that's how, if I remember right, that's how it works.
No, Shot, I wasn't crying, Shot. When I laugh, that's what happens. It's been happening ever since I was young.
Okay, well, I was just crying. That dude said, continue with the weed farm. People gonna want that.
What do you think about the fight?
There's a segment of people that want them pre-rolls that Mike Tyson got. I've seen it firsthand.
Oh man.
Shot, what did you think about the fight before we go?
About the fight?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I didn't watch that. I had no intentions of watching somebody that's 58 years. Listen. I am a huge Mike Tyson fan. Anybody that know me, I hung out with Mike actually, like no BS in the club years ago. He was real cool, man. We walked in the club together, chopped it up, real cool guy. I didn't want to see Mike at 58 years old. Like, I'm gonna say that again, 58 and in the ring. Now, I do respect the fact that he got a big payday. He slapped the man all in the face, but boxing and WWF is pretty much the same thing to me. It's entertainment. So I didn't think, they did what they were supposed to do. Mike Tyson, he didn't get knocked out. Jake Paul didn't lose, and everybody kept their dignity and got paid pretty much.
Fade, what did you think?
I watched that bullshit. They had unofficial score. They had Mike win the first 2 rounds, then Jake Paul win the last 6. The women's fight was a better fight than that one.
The one before that, the women's fight before that one was a better fight.
Yeah.
I seen better fights at the Waffle House.
I seen better fights at the center.
I know you were going there. I know you were going. I know you were going there.
I'm knocking out half the cues.
I know you were going there.
Shout out to him.
Hey, but before we go, is Ant Edwards one of the top 5 players in the league right now?
Right now, this season, right? Just this season.
Yeah, is he officially one of the top 5 players in the league?
So before, I mean, we can answer that. Can you name 5 people better than him right now?
Jason Tatum, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis, Joker. That's 4.
LeBron playing great this year.
Victor Wembanyama.
I can't say LeBron better than Ant.
One more time, Anatoly.
Wembanyama is balling.
Yeah,
Anthony Davis playing great. Anthony Davis averaging 30.7 points a game.
And I'm an Edwards guy, but those guys, Ant Edwards is the man. I mean, I'm always say that, but those guys are probably better than Ant Edwards right now. But Ant Edwards is the NBA. He's the future of it.
Did you say Luka Doncic, Mike?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Luka.
Anthony Davis playing better than this year. Jokic.
Shout out to the white boy for the Lakers, Rookie of the Year.
Luke, Westside Connect.
Boy, he was shooting that thing last night, boy.
37 points in 38 minutes.
So if we pull up Ant Edwards numbers, first of all, somebody tell me what's Minnesota record.
Give me a second, pull it up now. Minnesota records 8-6.
Okay, so again, now this is where I excel. This is my thing. Right now, Giannis is averaging 31. Anthony Davis is averaging 31. Tatum is averaging 30. Joker averaging 30. De'Aaron Fox is averaging 29. SGA is averaging 28. LaMelo Ball is averaging 28. Luka is averaging 28. And Ant Edwards is averaging 28 too. But I think even Anthony Towns right now is better than Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is averaging 28 points. He's averaging 12 rebounds.
No, 3 rebounds.
Am I looking at this right?
That's assists, 3.8 rebounds. 5 rebounds, 3.8 assists.
4 assists. I know for a fact right now because I got this dude on my fantasy team. LaMelo Ball is putting up better numbers than that. So 28, 5, and 7. De'Aaron Fox, we all know he just hit for the Social Security card 60 the other night. Right? So he's averaging 29, 5, and 6. I think Anthony Edwards right now is balling, but this is a tough club to crack top 5.
When you say Social Security card, you gotta use an accent like this. He's averaging 28, 5, and 6. You gotta say it like that.
Right. So Atwater kindly asked you not to do that no more.
I'm out. I'm going.
Like, he was very, very polite when he asked you not to do that no more. And I'm just gonna ask that you respect his request, please, sir.
Hey, Rachel, he ain't got to respect it. I'm getting the hell off the show.
like
That ain't
we
something I
asked
got to
you
deal
nicely.
with. I ain't got to deal with this. I done been through more than that. Hey, good night, y'all.
Oh man.
What's good? We want to thank you for watching the show on Go Cowboys. We out.
Hey, it's been real good. Good holler at y'all boys, man. Y'all be good.
Nigga.